Oh, that's working. It's working. Good. Ah, oh, man. Hoot hoot, everybody. Hoot hoot. Welcome, welcome. I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, Noble Owl. And welcome back to my art challenge. How's everyone doing? This is probably the longest I've kept you waiting, and I'm really sorry for that. Had some issues. I'm also a bit slow today. I'm a bit tired. I'll try to do better. I'm really sorry. But yeah, we're here for the art challenge. Plumey, could you give me a little hoot hoot just so I know that you work? Because you weren't working just now.
Hoot hoot!
Could you hear Plumey? Because I couldn't. You hear it? Okay, good. Ah, man. Sorry, I'm a bit out of it. Hello. How's everyone doing? I see, who's here? I'm gonna have a look. I see Mizu, Miri, Pudding, Joy, Lapis, Ross, Tiana. And those are the ones I see. A hoot hoot in chat if you get a hoot hoot back. Plumi was hearable. Good. I'm gonna have a look at the levels of everything because I've been checking and didn't work. Had to restart. Yeah. We're not gonna go into that now. But yeah, I am. Did you have a busy day? Well, it was kind of busy. And more so than not, it was a bit tight after the day into the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Bah, I'm a hoot hoot. Sorry about that. All right, enough apologies. Welcome to the art challenge. I'm gonna get back to my drawing. My art challenge right now is New Year redraw. Some information is already in the video description. There's also a short out if you're curious. And yeah, the feature stream is gonna be on February 21st. So if you wanna join in, and that is the deadline. There's plenty of time, I would say, but yeah, you'll have to be the judge of that. Regardless, what do you do for the art challenge? Well, you take an old picture that you've drawn, and you just redraw it with your current skill and style. So basically, I'm essentially hosting a before and after feature for each and every one of you that joins. But yeah, make sure that you post both the old and the new drawing, along with the hashtag New Year Redraw, just to make it very clear for me that is where you're entering, so I can find it on different social media. I will be looking here. I'll be looking on the clock app. I'll be looking on the bird app and the butterfly. I'm working on saying it like that apparently, because when you get scanned, it might actually bring down the actual how do you say, like the reach sometimes. Hello Laurie, good luck. Does it have to be a composition? I'm redesigning a character for mine. Doesn't have to be a full-on composition or picture. It can just be a character. I would like for it to be a couple of years old. I've been drawing for a while. I'm picking a picture from about 10 years back in my case, but it doesn't mean you guys have to do it. It'll be better if you kind of already have been getting accustomed to digital art, like early digital art days into your current digital art days, or it doesn't have to be digital art. It can be traditional as well. A bit of a redesign. Exactly. Because I would like for it to be clear that this is the old picture and this is a new picture, same character. If you just go ahead and, oh, I drew a character and now I draw a new character completely different, it's kind of hard. I will see a bit of like your ability changing, but it's more fun to see if it's the same character, because then you kind of see if you made any changes to the character. You know, like because when you character design, you will get accustomed, you will get some better feeling for what you like in your own designs. Sometimes I might actually go, I've seen before and afters that go from like anime style to cartoon style, they completely style skip because they started off learning anime and now you're drawing a more like Western cartoon style. So yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. I'm redrawing a Hatsune Miku from almost pretty much a decade ago. But it's really fun to see already like how I approach it differently. And I'm excited to get back into it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it today, seeing as I started late, but I'll do my best and we'll see. So let's go over to the art scene and we'll just get a little bit of it going, yeah? Let me just make sure everything is set up. Yeah, all good, all good. All right. Yushu, let's go. Oh, I'm small. And welcome back. Let me do a little art challenge thing on the chat so I can pin it and feature it. Let's see. Let me move some stuff around a bit. Yes, so. All right, cool. So this is my current the redraw. Oh, this does not work out. Anyway, I'll just pin it. It's fine. Let's see. Item, glasses, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna put Plumie on my head. You can make Plumie talk if you want by donating either super chats or just straight up like Streamlabs donation. Plumie's gonna be sleeping now, so if you make him talk, it'll be talking in his sleep. I am also feeling the cape and I'm feeling longer hair. You're using the super cute new Miku fit. Exactly, the new type Hatsune Miku. I do not know. I've not really listened to any newer like that use a new type voice, but it's always fun to see how it's like. I remember being very flabbergasted from one version to the other how much it upgraded. I wouldn't be surprised if it sounds very natural now. Although the English versions were always a little bit they're working better now, I think, but I think the accent still carries over, right? Right though. So I'm gonna put on, I need a little help with the like getting into the drawing, so I'm gonna put on a little bit less chill, a little bit more action music, yeah? First of all, we're gonna start with this one as always. It's a good volume test and gets me into the groove of things. There's one called Solari, I think, who sounds incredibly good compared to Miku. I mean, there's a lot of Utao bangs. There's a lot of even official ones that are kind of made with English in mind or other languages. So yeah, of course. But Miku is like the recognizable one, you know. So it's even though there are how's the volume, by the way? I think it might be a bit loud. My volume is always a bit off whenever I've made a short because I need to I really need to hear the short out better. That loud, okay, gotcha. Okay. Something like this then? Alright. And Plumie as well. Let me see so that you're working. How are you?
Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Okay. That works. Hi, yo, let's get into it. I was afraid that my shortcuts were not working then. Hello, Natsu, welcome. So this is the current sketch of the Miku. I already see one of the eyes it's not really well aligned. So this is the new type version of the actual design of it. I really like what they've done with her top and everything like that too, especially with the sleeves are being layered now. So I kind of want to have those effects in here as well. Might be kind of asking a little bit much because I am going to need to kind of do it layered, but we'll see. I kind of want to get into the zone and see what we can do about this. This is my old drawing. This is my old Miku using some textures and everything like that. The lighting, you can already see that I was working with the lighting that I like to do in digital form here. Only the face is very dark and the room is very bright, so it kind of doesn't make sense. But I was really proud of this. You can also see the hands are quite big for her face. But that's how you learn. This is how you're learning. This is how I was still drawing these hands based on my own here and there, or just looking for other references, or just freehanding it. And bit by bit, you know, you kind of practice it as you go. Welcome, Natsu. Nice to have you here. All right, so we are gonna. I need to get in the zone of this. I approach this. I think I'm gonna try a different approach for this. I think I might want to try a different approach. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna save a new file, by the way. I'm gonna save a new one. It's Miku new type, so I think I will also do a little new type and try a different approach. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. That's a clever name to be called, love. Also, I do like that. Love yourself. Hello, Etienne. All right, let's merge everything. We're just going for it. Merge. Yes, we're in it now. Oop. Fixing that eye somewhat. I think that's good. Aye. All right. Changing gears. Kind of want some of the action stuff. Then again, I seem to already have. I don't have them. Maybe here. Yasu. All right. Adventure music. Let's go. Vil does not fear the merge. No, sacre merge. That was a really bad merge in French. Let's go, merging. We merge because my new approach is essentially I'm gonna paint this. It's a necessity. You can't spell painting without pain. I'm just kidding. Doesn't mean you should feel any pain. This is just my approach. It works really well for me. Now, Miku has this kind of cute anime character, right? She's very cute in her design, which means she has a little bit more head than, and the face is kind of gathered a little bit more in the bottom half, more so than actually, you know. But that's what makes her look cute, so we're gonna use that. All right, let me have a look at the design. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. Now her face is still gonna be in shadow. Bit of lower light instead. And the light is kind of behind her, yeah, so this is bright. This is kind of see-through. Probably should do that one separate, but yeah, whatever. I wanted to say that first of all, thank you very much to people that have left comments, that also have left timestamps. It's been really fun to see those. I know I asked you guys that would be like one of the ways to, you know, support me for free and everything like that, but it really helps for me too when you want to point something out that I did. It's been really fun to see those with timestamps, because I don't know, it kind of helps me revisit a moment that you liked as well, because when I'm doing this, I'm kind of in the moment, and then afterwards it's kind of hard to, you know, think back. Sometimes stream moments kind of come back to me, even like a day or two after, kind of like processing a dream kind of a thing, you know? Not to say that I am in a daze when I'm streaming, but there's a lot of things that happen while I'm also trying to do my thing or multitasking like I do with art, so it's really nice to read a comment when you guys say something that you liked about the stream and then you leave a timestamp. Timestamp is essentially when you say like, oh, when you just write like 1504, then it'll actually leave a link, like a clickable thing where it actually takes you to that point in the stream. What kind of shadow techniques do you use? Yes. I just paint everything in one layer, especially like this as well with the shadowing. So I'm essentially just sketching and using my brush. I want to check the hair. The hair is important. It has this kind of swirlies coming up from the top that I kind of want to be able to do here as well. Something like that. And then on the other side, same thing, similar swirlies go from there, go from here. Her, it's not really a tie, but the little like sideways ribbon she has is, let's see, it's still glossy, which kind of makes for the rendering to look a little bit nicer. I'm gonna start saving timestamps for jokes. That's a pretty good idea, actually. It's a really good way to kind of make a little note of when things happen. I don't know how easy it is to save timestamps while the stream is happening, but it's definitely a good idea to do. I try using a timestamp tool as well, kind of when I feel like something was alright. I just click a button to make a timestamp, but I kept forgetting to start it, so it's a bit tricky to really make a good note of it. And sometimes I forgot to turn it off, so then it would just constantly be recording timestamps, so it's just kind of tricky. I'd say the comics are really fun to see, like really fun renditions of everything. They're really good at doing the expressions from the moment, like from your expressing the characters really well. I'm gonna give this a little bit more rendition of this as well. Work on this after. So the sleeves are actually tied up until the last bit. Okay. which means we should probably render out the hands a little bit better. Hope I saved the references. I think I did. Yeah, this will do. Hopefully I can get some more free time so I can render some. I hope so. But already the sketches are really fun too, so don't feel too pressured. Whenever you can, you know. Thank you for mentioning the short, by the way. Yes, I did put out a short that explains the art challenge. And I think it's really nice because it reaches a wider audience, and anyone that's interested in the art challenge is definitely coded enough like to be part of my streams, you know. Especially now that we're going on the art direction. I want to be able to reach out to a lot of artists of all kinds of skill levels, because I feel like it's really difficult to find a good like, this is one of the reasons I wanted to do the feature streams, is because I find it is quite difficult to be seen when you're doing art. Even as an established artist, is kind of difficult to get traction on your stuff, right? So I just wanna put that out there that it's how do you say that? That it's really fun to have a mix of all kinds of people's, both where they're from and skill level. I went to see the short after someone commented about the scream. The Vilhelm scream? Yeah. I'm very, very partial to the name. You're using inspiration from the art challenge to revamp an older cosplay. That's pretty cool. That's definitely before and after there as well. I love the feature streams. I get to see art I might never have seen otherwise. Exactly. I'm trying to make that clear. That I will, like, if you enter my art challenge, I will feature your picture. You know, as long as you use the right hashtag, post it in time, your art, I want to make sure that people's arts do get featured. I get so excited for feature streams. Yeah, me too now. Gathering them ahead of time, just like, oh gosh, we got a lot of entries. And I have to also, the planning is pretty interesting for that too. Would it be okay to post it? Yeah. I've said so before that if you are creative with, you know, not trying to cheat the system. I mean, you're obviously revamping a cosplay, so that's definitely like really cool. It's definitely in the spirit of the art challenge. So I just trying to say, as long as you are not trying to be really smart about making a post that isn't really relevant, but then you go like, it's technically not in the rules, then of course you can post anything. I've told you guys that you can do you do your creative medium, and then you can still submit it to your how do you say, to the art challenge. That's your entries. Hello Choco, welcome. I'm probably posting my New Year redraw right now, but let me fix some mistakes. All right, no rush. There's a bit less than a month to go. There's take your time with it. Definitely don't have to rush. Just because you post early doesn't mean you're gonna see it as soon as possible in your stream either. I don't really gather them in chronological order. Also, if you post it on YouTube, in YouTube community, it might not show up all from the get-go. I have to go in and maybe, how do you say that, approve the posting. Doesn't always happen, but it might sometimes. So don't worry about it. I'll have a look at it. Okay, nice. Let's see. Do we have anything? Oh. Yeah, just in case, like they are there. It's just there might be held for either it's like someone new to the community or not. So in that sense, I just have to go get around to actually approving it. How does Miku look? No, it doesn't have that. That's not very Miku. Kind of is, but not really. Da, 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 da. I know I got a closer look at her headphones last time, so I think when it comes to details, I think it's really important that I kind of flesh out or at least better indicate them before I start rendering anything. Because right now I don't really fully have a handle on what her headphones look like. Last time I took a really close look at it. I was gonna talk about New Year's resolutions last time. And then I kinda went into something different. But it's really relevant to what I'm thinking right now is the fact that first of all, I'm trying to, how do I say this best? I'm doing something that I saw called the 12-week year, which basically does every quarter of a year, so every 3 months, you set smaller goals, smaller resolutions towards a bigger one, you know. But instead of just going for like I'm going to do this big thing this year, and then you kind of just feel like you have all the time in the world, and then you don't get to it until way later, and maybe it was bigger than the time that you had left. You look at the year as if it's like 4 parts, 4 quarters, and then you kind of put quarterly goals to move towards like the grand scheme or the grand plan. I haven't done it before, but it sounds really good. You're the first person I've seen to use the community feature. Well, I know it's around for some people, but I feel like doing art challenges is a really good way to make sure that people can, like, you know, have a way to post it. So I felt like, you know what, I'm going to activate the community feature and I'm going to use it for the art challenges, which is something I always have going on every month. But yeah, so like I was saying was that one of my goals that I want to do, especially since I'm doing commissions now. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm doing commissions now. You can check out my commissions on they're in the video description, the link as well. But I'm on VGen as The Alchemist. And if you like my art, you can get profile pictures made. You can get character portraits done. Both custom and surprise me. So that surprise me are cheaper. Then you just kind of leave it to me you give me references, and then I kind of make something of it. You approach a year like businesses do, basically. Yeah, exactly. Like you were saying, Mary. Which is really good, because one of the things I want to do for the commissions is that is to, how do you say that, get a more consistent kind of method for art. I mean, I have my rendering technique. My rendering technique is something I'm confident and comfortable with. So much so that, you know, I have this kind of working system for streams that I do, so I can talk with you guys while I'm drawing as well. But I kind of want it to be a little bit more consistent, in a sense, like kind of stick to similar routines, because due to the fact that I am also entertaining, also talking with you guys, it can go a little bit all over the place sometimes. I lose a bit of focus on the art. I lose a little focus on the art, and I put more focus on either what I'm talking about or with what you guys are saying. What kind of shading technique to use? I don't really know what to say to that. You're seeing it right now. It's my custom brush on one layer, and then a bit of finishing touches at the end of it all. Because yeah, I kind of, the base character I do, I only work on one layer, so sometimes the answer is what I practice. I know multiple shading techniques. I just don't use them for everything. Like this is, I can do a cell shaded, but for this one it's just my painterly style. Grayscale shading technique, I guess. Yeah, grayscale rendering. I do it in grayscale and then I put color on it, basically. Grayscale to color. That's what we would call it. Shape of the hand is not really right. This doing it grayscale style is very akin to what kind of I would do traditionally, using either a ballpoint pen or using like a pencil sketching. So I made this this brush that kind of has this kind of texture to it, which I like to both sketching, and then I realized that I can also use it for rendering. Rendering being, you know, putting shading and lighting on it. Love grayscale rendering and drawing in general. It reminds me of school sketching when I get bored. Exactly. It's basically using a pencil. That's why it works well for me. Because I did a lot of pencil sketching when I was learning, and then later on I kind of tried to learn digital, but it's kind of different to go into digital. So I still learned how to do line art and you know, kind of sharp cell shading style and stuff like that too. But after I kind of felt like I had learned how to do that a little bit, I experimented a little bit more, seeing other people do grayscale shading or using, you know, kind of different kinds of monochrome, like not just grayscale but just one colored stuff. And I found that this works best for me. Mine are always recommended to everyone. I tend to want to ask people what they've done prior if people ask me, you know, to recommend them stuff or whatnot. But this really goes by feel. It goes a little bit, you eyeball a lot of it. I want to do this, but I think I threw away all my old drawings in my room cleanings. Ah, that's a bit of a shame. Maybe you have a picture somewhere or posted some old drawing somewhere. You've been getting into Vocaloid music. That's cool. I haven't listened to any new Vocaloid music, but I always think it sounds really cool. Rather the synthetic voices, I always think it's really cool technique. I was mutuals with some older Vocaloid producers, and it was really fun to kind of just talk with them how things worked out for them and what kind of inspirations they had in their art, in their music. I say art, but like the music is their art after all. But yeah, here I'm just kind of, you see the scribbles I do for the fingers. It's just really indicating a lot of things, and then later I kind of make it a little bit clearer for what everything is. So it's a bit of a tricky way of going about it, but yeah, exactly. You don't have to be super old. Like, I don't know what everyone is planning, but it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit if you go way too old. You know, I do just feel like I tried to give an example of like an older picture that I picked that just happened to be as old as it was, but something that you can still see what character it is and into the new one. And I'm also not drawing Miku append that was in the old one. I'm drawing the new Miku. So it's still very kind of, that you have a lot of free range, because I'm essentially redesigning, or I'm using the newer Miku model with the same kind of pose. I'm trying to improve my art style, but I'm stuck on art block. That happens quite a lot, of course. But that's why I do art challenges, because both for my own art and improvement, but also to fuel and inspire other people to join in and try a little something, challenge themselves. And you know, in a way, it also it helps against art block, because sometimes you just kind of want the motivation, the encouragement, and that's what we try to do here. We don't really, you know, compare or rank or tier anything. We just celebrate everyone's creativity in these art streams, in these feature streams. Hello Ichigo, welcome. I'm trying to find the cool... Is this one cool? Why do I know this one? Oh, this one is really cool. One more for this one. The eyes really do draw you in. That's awesome, actually. I think you've told me before, Ichigo, you like the eyes that I draw, but I'm like, they're not very detailed, but just kind of really like framing the eyes as something that either meets you or you kind of are curious what they're looking at. I'll be skipping this month's challenge, lots of lost art and not really an idea of what to do. Plus, I'm really busy. That's fair. That is fair. Still a month to go though, so if you find time, then it'll be fun. But, you know, at the end of the year, it's going to be that whole like, which challenge did you do? The bingo card. The eyes are more detailed than what I do. I'm just comparing it to those that do like really advanced galaxy eyes and stuff like that, because this is still very, if you zoom in, there's a lot of like messy scribbly lines, see, but that's just kind of how I draw, and it still helps me give shape, you know? I indicate a lot. Does the drawing have a meaning behind me? This one? Well, this one, my old one, I just really liked. I was really into a lot of Vocaloid music, so I always liked drawing Miku when I was just listening to a song. In the commute that I did and everything, I would listen to a lot, and usually, you know, when you are commuting or you're doing something tedious and monotonous is when you get the most inspired. They always say boredom is like the best fuel for inspiration, which I've actually rediscovered now in taking my morning walks again. I would take like afternoon walks and stuff like that, but I did morning walks for a while, and then I went into the push-up regime. But because the push-ups, I'm not really getting into it. The cold is just really making my shoulders hurt. So I'm just I figured I'm gonna do my walks again. And I've noticed it that if I just don't have music on, if I essentially make the walk as boring as I can to be a bit mindful, I actually come up with a lot of stuff that I struggle with other times. Even stuff like stream titles, or not necessarily stream titles, but like tweets and stuff, how to write certain things. When I'm like trying to juggle things, being in the middle of one thing and another, it's kind of hard to just kind of okay head, think of something good, and it's just full of everything else that it's trying to keep track of. So it's really fun to kind of maybe even write down what I should consider on, like, maybe try to think about or on my walk. Hello Harrier, welcome. I want to say the old art reminds me of World is Mine era. It's a bit after because it's append, but it's still around that time because I believe I was the most into Vocaloid around Project Diva F, which is PlayStation 3, I think. PS Vita, PS3 era. So yeah, I guess those I think all concerts around that time kind of had The World is Mine. I kind of stopped listening to Vocaloid around the time where Miku Miku Wii U kind of became the main thing. I know because I remember watching like the playback of some of the concerts. So I think you might be right in that I was more into it during World is Mine era. How are you doing, Harrier? Welcome. So yeah, if you ever need some inspiration for something, kind of force yourself to be a little bored. Wowaka was my jam for sure. I really liked Wowaka. Something fun happened on my morning walk a couple of days back, actually. So for those that are new on the channel, might not know. For those I used to, well, I don't used to. I usually feed birds in the parks in certain parks that I frequent, right? So I bring some peanuts, those like animal grade kind of peanuts, and I'll just feed jackdaws, magpies, and crows. The other day in the morning, let me put this one on. This one is nice. The other morning, it was kind of frosty. It was kind of cold. One of the parks I got to had a couple of crows. They were looking around for food, and normally the crows around that area would be a bit skittish. I used to have one that I was really close with that would essentially really almost fly next to me as in like, notice me, give me food, you know? But these were I think I'd seen them before, but they've been a bit skittish. So I tried to not scare them off, and I threw some peanuts their way. And then I walked a couple of steps and kind of just stayed there watching them eat it. They were very wary of me, but I still, then I gave them some more. I stuck around a bit more instead of just continue walking. So I gave them quite a couple of them, quite a bunch of them. Which was really cute because the fact that they were getting closer and closer And then at some point, like something spooked them or more birds came, and so they just kind of filled their little pouches in their beaks that they do and then just flew off. So then when I walked past that a day or two after, it's the first time I hear the crow. It's the first time I hear a crow do the affectionate clicking noise at me. That was so nice. I don't know if you guys know the sound, but crows have certain sounds they do when they mean they mean for affection or that they like something or someone. It sounds very very synthetic almost, because it's a very like clicking sound, and then it has this kind of almost electric sound after, like almost like that. Just a crow. Usually they would go usual like rah, 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 when something is like with someone was walking by or whatever, you know. But this time they actually did the sound. It's the first time I hear it outside of a recording or a YouTube video. I was like, wow, that's what it sounds like for real. I recognize the male in the couple, I think, because he's bigger and has like a white dot on his chest. So I'll see if I run into them again. I hope so. It's so nice to befriend crows. They just move around a lot now, and there's also a lot of there's some noise in the mornings. Time to add crow to Ville's languages, apparently. Yeah, I try to imitate crow language, crow sounds, but I'm not that good at doing the cawing yet. Also, I'm a little bit embarrassed. But yeah, that feels really nice. It's so cool. Because that sound is like something they do to each other, to their mates, to their families, to, you know, to other birds that they kind of, you know, they approve of. So it's just like really nice. Feels like you were the chosen one. Yeah, it was like I was at least they approve of me. Maybe they feel a bit safer, or the fact that I gave food, but all the other crows beforehand, they haven't made the that sound. Yeah. But yeah, that's on my morning walk, and I feel like the walk has really helped me kind of focus on my task coming back from it. But yeah, significance otherwise to the picture, no, I don't think there's any special one. Probably need to move away from the detailing of this right now. Try to do the other hand now. This is a bit of the downside of doing the one layer thing, is that you kind of need to, whenever I'm painting anything else, I have to like repaint the part that I'm changing, you know? Let me look at the Miku again. Trying to make sense of these. So it goes up here. Like a doll joint almost. Mm-hmm. I almost want to bring up Harrier's little hand text tutorial document. Yeah, for those that don't know, we have a Discord. I have a community Discord where you can also post the art challenge, but there's also all the other Plumies tend to be there too. At least the very active ones of the community are also in the fan Discord, where I am as well. So between streams, you can also post your art. You can get feedback on your art if you want from the other Plumies. You can, yeah, and like I said, Harrier Citadel. That was in chat here, did a really good like hand tutorial, little summary of how to what to think about when drawing hands. I thought it was really good. So that's those are kind of things that you take part of an exchange in the Discord. And also, hello Lapis, sorry I didn't say hello before. Thank you so much for finishing the game. Hope it went smoothly. I'm looking forward to playing it on Saturday. On Saturday, we're not going to do an art stream, actually. We're going to play a game. I'm going to play a fan-made game that, features me and some Plumies, I think. It might sound a bit silly, but I've seen a lot of, and I've done it myself as well. One of the errors, like the artistic errors I tend to do, is drawing the wrong hand. Like when it does this, when it comes from this end, I have drawn the thumb on this side, which is kind of weird because that's not how a hand works. But sometimes, like I remember at some point, I just kind of made the mistake of, oh, let me just add the thumb anyway. I think they might actually need to come from this side, yeah. That makes more sense. If you had a thumb and it's someone else has a... Exactly. But when I've done like a more like a waist up kind of thing and you just kind of follow it, it just looks really like, you sure about that? They just leave it there for the sketch and you come back and it's like, wait a minute, what was I thinking? Hands are generally just chaos paddles. Yeah. Luckily you can simplify them quite a lot. Depending on your style, of course. If it goes hyperrealism, then yeah, you cannot simplify them. Da, 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 da. Worst thing to work with for cosplay pictures? What, like doing hand details, gloves and stuff, or where to put your hands? Hand positions, they just flap if you're not careful. Oh. I mean, I have my standard positions. My standard hand poses. You know, fixing my gloves, holding something close to my chest with one hand, stretching out the other one. In a welcoming gesture. That's how my hand is stuck. Someone takes a picture of me just like, oh, hand stretches out. Instant key art pose. Yeah, the key art pose is awesome. You can look down at people by just stretching your chin up and then just kind of adjusting your gloves. Glad to hear about being hyped for the game. Yeah. I'm really happy to play it. Looking forward to it. I haven't done anything RPG Maker in ages. I thought it was really fun to dabble in for a while. How do I do this? Let me look at Miko again. The headphones are don't really stick out that much. You know what? I'm just gonna erase everything here. I'm gonna paint in the lower layer so I can just place everything where I need it to be. Something like this. Question is, does it go in front or behind? It goes between. Oh my gosh, how do you even do this, Miku? Alright. I see. Okay, this looks all right. This looks all right. Anime physics. Well, it works, but it's a hassle to do your hair. This is not bad though. The rendering is coming along pretty good. Put some color on this and we can start going into some details. I guess this is not going to be finished today. That's a bit ambitious of me to think so. Wish I had a better reference. It's not a lot of new type Hatsune Miku references. With the Miku pen, I remember I had like a 3D model and stuff like that as well to just kind of really look at the details. You would think Miku would have a million references. Yeah, but the new type outfit is pretty new. Maybe not new, but new enough. Because I thought I found some more references, but then it's like not really it. That's tricky. I don't know. One thing is a bit of a bother is that I've lost the feel of this picture that I wanted to have. I wanted it to have a bit more of a dynamic pose, and it ended up looking very stale now. I don't know if I can fix it, but one can try. Changing things around a little bit to make them less less symmetrical, just to kind of give a little bit of that feel to it. Still kinda though. Oh well. Oh well. That's just how it be. Do I have the Miku here? Let's see. What do you look like? Alright. There. There. And there. I really want to get to the light and shading part of this. It makes the picture look a lot more impressive. Right now it feels a bit messy. Still happy that you guys like it. I did just chop it up in like 5 pieces and kind of very crudely and fast just glued it together. So we kind of need to make it look better in a bit. Yeah. Okay. Some buttons there. New enough for there be little to work with. That with about Miku. What does your hair do? Wait, do you not have... Yeah, you do have him. What? What? What is your hair doing, Miku? What is your hair doing? I'm gonna have to cut the pieces out again. This is not working out. Grabbing this part as well. And gone. Thank you. I always liked short hair Miku as well. I used to, well, like, I think I have a figurine of Miku. Well, the no, not that I think I have a figurine. I think I still have it. That at one point I just wanted to get some references, so I took the twin tails off because they were a bit in the way, and I really liked what she looked like with short hair. Ended up being really good for references as well. Miku 2026 short hair. I think there was short hair Miku at one point. Miku 2 append. But does it still look good even with short hair? Because that's pretty much all I've done right now. Need to give her some shape here with the head, and then we can go back and render the rest again. So one thing about Miku is that anytime there's any twin tails involved, like you kind of want to address them separately. Because your second outfit, oh yeah, that's very true. My second outfit also went short hair. Okay. And make her face a little bit rounder, makes it a little bit cuter. Like this. All right. Just going a little bit quiet. I'm just adding some details. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna put in. Oh, okay. Take care. Love yourself. Remember to love yourself. Welcome back anytime. Let's see. Let's see. All right, time to put some color on this. I think. Once we get the other parts in. I think they're in the wrong layers. There you go. The shape of this hair looks pretty cool. I'm gonna think of something to do for the hair in the back. But I like how this looks. I need to. What I want to do is I want to bring out the original idea from the old picture. into this now. Because in the old one I also made her hair kind of translucent, almost like it was laser. It was just light coming out of her her little loopies, like headphone loopies things. Hello Mariah, welcome. Something missing. This thing is missing. Hi Nai, welcome. Wrong layer. It's about the same size. Yes, about the same size. How you doing, Nai? Welcome. Okay. This is basically what I want to do. How's your drawing going? I'm trying to figure it out. It's having really a bit of a hard time with the shapes of things. I kind of took it apart once already to figure some stuff out. Now I put it back together, still layered because I'm not entirely certain about this. Well, I feel a little bit slow and tired today, so I'm also kind of the creativity is not flowing as smooth. Let's see. It's a bit of a, like, you know, I'm trusting the process, making active little choices and decisions to make some of these things work out. There we go. And I think yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I mean, you can't, when some things don't wanna work out, then you kind of work around them, work with what you can, and then it'll kind of, you know, flow will come. And it has. I'm kind of in the flow now. And I think for this, I kind of want to bring in some color. So I think it's gonna help me see a little bit of what works where and where it needs to go, right? Let's see. Something like this. How's it going for you, by the way, Nai? You were talking about having so many different drawings. You wanted to redraw your characters. You finished yours. Ooh, awesome. Oop. Oop. Oh, I can actually do that. Nice. Okay, let's put some color on this. Let's see what we can work with. I'll change the music. No, we're not gonna have anything rough. We're gonna just go back to here, this one. Up with this. Yes, let's see. That one is not really. I'm not vibing with this. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Really appreciate it. That's awesome, Nai. Those are the before and afters. I'm really after for the art challenge. Most interesting ones are the ones where it's been a complete style change, you know? Okay, I'm liking these shapes. What to do with this? Something like this, maybe, maybe not. Yay, nay. Definitely not. Ah. you know what? We have room to adjust this as we go. So once again, we merge. Everything merges. We can take it apart if it needs to come apart. I just want to get a little bit of recognizable colors on Miku here. Probably gonna need this color from you, thank you. It's not even the same one. Good thing I always carry a minty aqua color on my palette. At least since I used to draw a lot of Miku. Now it's quite nostalgic that drawing Miku again. Da, 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 da. Grab this one. I'll adjust it after I put all the color on. Because it always needs to be a little bit more pale. Miku is both a rite of passage and a staple subject for anime art. I think that's pretty true. I dare say Miku was one of my muses behind my art being what it is now. I would say I had 3, maybe 4 muses actually. That kind of were at the center of my art trying to improve my art. Miku was definitely one of them. It was really cool because it led me to do a lot of collaborations with Vocaloid producers and stuff like that too. Da, 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 da. Interesting, the colors are slightly... Might need to be a bit brighter here, actually. Are you? Hello, dude. Welcome. How you doing? Ooh, I like that. It's a really cool gradient map. I think the face is a little bit... Miku's face is a little too dark. I'm gonna have to adjust that. How do I unselect stuff again? With Alt. And I think I can just do an adjustment layer with the selection. Yeah, I totally can. Nice. Ooh. Up. Contrast up, contrast down. I don't remember. Contrast up. This one down. Yeah. All right, we got a really cool gradient map on this. Kind of wondering what it is. Hello, Jazz. Welcome. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Da-da-da. What does this gradient map do to my... Oop. Normal? Yeah. Normal. There you go. Oh, that's what it does. Okay. Get behind that. It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to do a little bit of different shading on this. I like how it looks though. It's supposed to be the same as the hair, but it kind of not. It kind of is, kind of isn't. Hair should be a little bit more green, so let's pull it a little bit more towards green. And then we have this one here. That absolutely does not do what I need it to do. Let's change it to this, I think. And some good. A little bit extra color here is the red that comes back here and there. But I think I'm just gonna do that one in a normal layer. Try to find a good tone of red for this. This is probably the good one. Do something like this. Comes back in the headphones as well. It's actually a little bit more. Oh, thank you for being a Plumie. Glad you like it here. Yes, I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, Noble Owl. I do art-related content. I do art streams. I do art challenges. I like to draw myself, but this is for a challenge that I've got going right now. You find some information in my most recent short, actually. But if you're an artist and wanna have your art featured on my stream as well, you just gotta find an old drawing of yours from maybe a couple of years back or so, and you redraw it. And then you can follow the instructions that are posted in the video description to upload it to my community, or you can join the community Discord posted there. I don't know if this is gonna wake Plumie up or not.
We have a Plumie community Discord. Use the invite link that got posted in chat to join.
There you go. Plumie waking up just to give the Discord talk. Plumie sleep talking, yeah. He's been practicing that Discord sales pitch so much that now it's just like honk, shoo, and join the community Discord. Here we go. This is a good skin tone for the light that I want to do for it. Can do a little bit of outlining as well. We're working on the background, like at least the hair in the back. Sleeper agent, yeah. Sales agent. But yeah, like I was saying, one of my New Year's resolutions, which I'm gonna tackle on in steps of like quarterly steps, 12 weeks at a time, is finding a nice kind of system for these kind of portraits, so that I can aside from like not so that I can also trust not just my rendering and coloring, I can also trust the general, you know, building of a character, so that I can go even more autopilot on streams and kind of just trust that things go where I need them to, you know? Hello, P2. Thank you. Gonna be wrapping up soonish. Just doing a little bit of detailing on this. Just trying to smoothen out all the details that are a little bit messy. Welcome, P2. Hope you like it here. I'm drawing a little bit. This is an art challenge for anyone that draws to join in, regardless of your skill level. We get all kinds of different art challenges in, so if you check out my most recent short, I explain what it's about. You can also read in the video description. There's a little link to the art challenge. I believe I can just do this as well. Here's some information. I'm gonna do like a multiply layer and then put the shadowing back, so it's kind of a little bit more shadowed on this side, so her eyes stick out a little bit more. Yeah, her eye is still a little bit too big. Hello, anime fan. Welcome, welcome. Gonna make sure to save. I don't have any old art. That's a shame. Even something from last year or something. I heard some people say that they were gonna just redo the first Globy Pause challenge that they did, for instance. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it's taking shape nicely. I'm glad to see this now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Just putting a little bit of extras in there. Right. Come on, just grab the color. Thank you. Kind of just missing a little bit of the hair in the back. That probably needs to be a little bit brighter because of the light that's coming in from the back. But other than that, all the elements are kind of in there now. But just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, for now I will leave it at that. You can already see the differences here from the old one to the new one. Back here I drew it like this. Very straightforward. No shoulders, just kind of the head, the hands. Plenty of ambitious lighting for sure. But here you already see more of her. And we're gonna have the lighting from the back, of course, as well. Once I get it in there. We already talked about doing like the framing of everything, like a crown. Like some kind of crown for her because she, you know, queen of the world. Something like this. I'll figure out the shape a little bit better later. But yeah. So then she's gonna get some light in here as well. Maybe I have some ideas. Maybe I'll just make a hovering crown on her and do something else in the back. We'll see. We can do like a throne. But either way, she's gonna get the lighting from the back as well. That is still in the plan. Just look at, you know. And with some add glow, you can also add a little bit of similar effects that I had on the old one on her. And really bring out the glowiness of it. But yeah, with the bright background, looking forward to it. I'm gonna figure out how to best do this. But it will the effect is gonna come back either way. I really want it to. Yeah, look forward to that. We'll continue this next week. If I get a little bit of time and stuff, I might actually also do some work on this in between streams because it'd be nice to get some stuff cleaned up so we can round it up next week. But I have some other stuff that also have in the works, so I think this might just be finished up next week. Anyway, really like how this is looking, so I'll continue it then. Let's go back, let's do a little Hutsu, and we'll leave it at that. I'm a bit tired today, so I kind of need to get some rest. Let's go back to the... Here we go with a nice little Hutsu. Hutsu, everybody! Hutsu, Hutsu! I'll get up really close here. Bloomy, you be sleeping? There you go. We say Hutsu in the channel, as I'm... Despite being independent, I still had my origins in a Japanese company. And yeah, Otsu, as most Japanese affiliated VTubers say, is short for Otsukaresama deshita, which is job well done. Thank you for your hard work. And that goes for me and you guys, because I've been here drawing and talking, trying my best to entertain. And you guys have just been hanging out and spending some of your very valuable time together with me, which I really appreciate. I always do. I never want to take it for granted, so thank you so much for being here. You can barely hear it. Oh man, these volumes. I crank it up here and the next stream's gonna be like, oh no, it's too loud now. There's so many of you here. Hello. You've been lurking, you've been working on your own entries, huh? Hello Ash Ross and Lisk, welcome. Yeah. Running it up a little bit early today, but it's fine. And next stream is going to be on Friday for the members. We're going to be playing Gartic Phone. And then also on Saturday for everyone else, we are going to be playing the... I don't know what to call it. What is it? The Cake is Missing. It's an RPG maker game made by Lapis Dragon, which features me and the Plumies and the mansion. It's gonna be a nice little RPG adventure, nice and cozy, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. It's a fan-made game, and we're gonna play it. Cake is alive. The Cake is Gone RPG game. Exactly, Cake is Gone RPG game. Doing some self-care now, feel a bit better. I'm glad, Micah. So excited for Saturday. Me too. I'm gonna run it, test run it, and everything, so that if there's anything that is being a little bit of a bother, we'll hopefully be able to sort it out by then. But yeah, Miku, I'll continue working on Miku next week. For now, we say bye-bye. Yeah? Yeah? Or do we say bye-bye-bye? Or we say bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye? Oh, I do know that RPG games, they are... they have their what is it, the MIDI files, or they have some the audio system that is just really loud, so don't worry. I know. Yeah, Hoot, bye. Take care, everybody. Stay lovely. I'll see you again real soon. Have a nice rest of your week, and happy hump day. Halfway to the weekend, yeah? I'll see you members Friday evening, and everyone else on your weekend, on Saturday. Take care for now. Bye. Also, gosh, I'm almost forgetting. Zoom. The sponsors of the stream. Grando sponsor o teikyu de okuri shimasu. Should we say it? Well, it'll be one of those days. Joyus, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Citrina Shutterbug, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Miri Mage, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Natsu, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. CL Silverfang, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Momo Maho, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Also, happy birthday from yesterday. Milova, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Burbkai, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Micah, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. And Neko, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. Maybe I should say Neko, thank you very much for being a sugar plumie. I don't want it to always be and Neko, because it's just in order of joining. They're all equally valuable. And so are all my alchemists. Thank you all so much for being alchemists. Everyone is doing such a lovely part in supporting me and my channel, and helping me achieve my dream of doing this. So continue doing this for everybody. And yeah, so again, like I said on my re-debut, everything we're building here is ours to keep, and I'm very excited about that. And of course, thank you all so much, all the Plumies, your support is just adorable, lovely. I really I couldn't do it without you guys. You really are my wings, and you help me soar high. So yeah, take care for now, everybody. Okay, I'll see you on Friday. I'll see the members on Friday, and I'll see everyone else on Saturday. Have a lovely week. See you on the Discord. If you haven't joined, if you're listening in on this or wondering what Discord, check out the video description or my homepage. The link is there if you want to join in. All right, take care. Bye everybody. Bye. Hoot hoot. Plumie's sleeping, so I'll say hoot afternoon. Bye. Take care. Doei. Dag.